Oh, hey. It's Mary. I haven't done a live in a minute because I switched phone companies. Not even phone companies, I switched my plan on my phone and went to this unlimited data with Verizon. And believe me when I tell you, it's hard getting on the internet at certain times a day. It's been actually a pain. So anyway, so I haven't done a live. I tried to do one yesterday and it kept cutting me off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, so frustrating, right? So anyway, I just wanted to reach out because I haven't done a live in a minute. Hey Foster. Hey Cornelia. But anyway, I named this one, Why Do We Settle for Being Average? And I think it's appropriately named only because you're right. You're right. We settle for being average. You know why we settle for being average? Because a lot of us don't even realize that we're average. It's amazing to me. I've been on my journey to personal development, and as I read and even listen to certain people, millionaires mostly, they said 95% of Americans are just average. And I'm like, really? It's kind of hard to believe. But one of my favorite people that I listen to is Earl Nightingale. Hey, Olivia. Hey. It's Earl Nightingale. And one of the things he said is, he was a Marine. I had to say that, Foster. He was a Marine. But anyway, in saying that, I was just, like I said, because I am on my road to personal development and, just being the best me possible and, that greatness inside and all those really, really great things that we hear, as I listen and as I read, of course, everybody say the same thing, average. You know what? I never strive to be average. I never strive to be average. I'm always looking for the best possible me, doing me, looking for people around me to bring out the best in me. But, one of the things is, if I wanted to be average, I wouldn't have joined the Marine Corps. Right, Karen? Hey, Karen. One of the few and the proud. I could have joined the Army, Navy, Air Force, but to be the best of the best of the best, I joined the Marine Corps, being one of the few, the proud, one of the, Marines, female type. But I was just wondering, why do we settle for just being average, And I'm thinking, even though I don't think that I'm average, when I go to work every day, of course, I go in and I'm like one of the top people on my job. Thanks, Ree. Hey, Ree. But I'm one of the top people on my job. I'm the only one that do my job, actually. And, of course, I get all kinds of accolades. And, you're great, you're wonderful, you're this, and I'm like, okay. But I'm working for somebody else, building their dreams, doing them. And I was just thinking, I've been doing this job a long time. I'm certain I could work for myself doing the same thing that I do for another company and have them pay me as a contractor. That's something that I've been thinking about, because one of the things that, oh my gosh, what's that noise? But I had to turn off my car. I was wondering what's the noise. But anyway, but I got comfortable with, instead of me starting off going into my own thing, working for somebody else, making their dreams come true instead of my own, and did I ever think that was average? No, I never thought that it was average just to work for somebody. I was raised in a household in which, working was it, just working, going to work every day, making a living, just 9 to 5, being productive. I was talking to my friend. He asked me something. I was like, well, yeah, I told my kids, go to school, get your degree, and be productive members of society. They're like productive members of society. Yeah, don't get in trouble. Go get your 9 to 5. Go to school, get your degree. I've never really encouraged them to be entrepreneurs. And I realized that, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with not being an entrepreneur, because there's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5, working for somebody else. But my vision has just, my everything around me has just been magnified. And I'm like, dang, you working for somebody else. Of course you make a decent living, get a nice, decent little check. But if I can market that and go out and do my own thing, like I said, they want me here. I'm not going to say they need me. They could get anybody, but I know I'm good at what I do. So I've been sitting there on the fence like, why work for them? Why not hire them, let them hire me in as being a contractor for them? Because I'm looking at the way these people make money, and I sign claims to people, and I'm like, sure, they make good money. That could be me, So that's one of the things that I've been really, really on the fence about with my day job. But, are we living in our passion? What are we passionate about? Are you living the life of your dreams, or are you making somebody else's dreams come true for them? And that's one of the things I've been thinking about. We all settle for being average. And I never thought I was just average, And I mean, average, you got the house, you got the car, you got the family, or whatever you want. But that's what everybody else have. That's what everybody else strive for. What makes us different? What makes you stand out? What makes you different from the crowd? Do you stand out, or are you just average? Do you just blend in? Do you just blend in with everybody around you? And Olivia, I listened to you yesterday, and it was just so, oh my God, you just motivated me. You just motivate me. And listening to you and your nonprofit, and how much knowledge you have, and how passionate you are about doing the things that you do, it's like different levels in things that, you want. You say you want it, and you went out there and got it, So I say kudos. You're awesome. You're inspiring, just to listen to you talk, you got it. You just get it, and average is not even a part of you. And I think that when I first saw your shoe drive, one of the ones that you did, and I'm like, okay, she's doing shoes, for people and stuff like that. It just, to give back and to be so inspirational, to just, I just listened to that, and I'm like, oh my God, this girl is awesome, and it may take being with a mentor to bring it out in you, but I just thinking you rock, and there's nothing average about you. and I love that, your why is there, your passion is there. And I was wondering how many people have whys. My friend asked me about my why, and I said it's because of my grandson. He said, Mary, he was like, if it's your grandson and you're trying to build legacies, what are you doing to build that legacy? If you don't want to be a business owner, that's okay. It's okay to not do or say, you want something, and then because everybody is not or don't want to be entrepreneurs, and that's okay too. And I was just thinking, we all have different whys. We all have different legacies. And like, there is so much that me, myself personally, I'll say me, because like I said, I've been working for somebody all my life. I did it in the military, having somebody give orders. And yeah, I had people that I ordered around, but it was part of a group. It was part of belonging. It was part of, this family, and so that's what I see, and then when I came over, I've had a couple jobs in my life, 3 jobs in my life, military, then one other, and now this one. And so it's like one of those, I've been on my job for 15 years, doing the same thing, building my name, and I know I'm good at what I'm doing. I know I'm great at what I do, so it's no doubt in my mind, anything I do, I strive to be great at. So my thing was, okay, I'm good. I'm doing, is it my passion? No. Is it a job? Yes. Am I good at it? Yes. Do I like it? Yes. But I'm not passionate about it. I think I just got into it because they hired me. It's like they hired me. It just became an interesting job. Do I feel like I'm giving back? Yes. Do I help people out? Yes. But it's so much more. It's just so much more. And when you look at it, you're like, how many people are just like that? They get caught up in a job they go to every day and they just work. I talked to this lady on the phone today and she was like, I've been doing the same job for 30 years and don't even like it. I'm like, 30 years and don't even like it. She said it's a check. And every year she get caught up doing the same thing, day in, day out. And it's not even her passion. It's not even her passion. It's just something that she got caught up doing. They hired her. She's that productive member of society. She doesn't do anything outside of her day job, and then she complained that she's not even making that much money after 30 years of working for somebody else. So now she's not even getting paid her worth or what she thinks she's worth, so that just made me, just like, wow, it's a lot of people out there like me. I'll be 50 next year. So I'm like, it's still not too late, but we get comfortable with being just average, and I'm not saying you're an average person, because I was telling my friend, and this is the way I raise my kids to believe, and I know my family members do the same thing. There's nobody out there that's better than you, and you're not better than anybody, but you're just average in the way that you do things. So I don't want you to think that I think anybody out there is better than, or I'm better than, or you're better than, because we all come from this universe and we all have greatness inside of us. There's nothing average about any one of us, but we settle for being it. We could be great at whatever we do, but we don't want to, we get caught up. We get caught up in everyday life, just because we may be doing something a little bit different or financially better than somebody else a little bit, but they're still average. So are we reaching out? Are we reaching out and feeling that greatness inside of us? And everybody have it. Everybody have it. I talked to my son and I'm like, son, even if you don't want to go back to school, what are you passionate about? What do you want to do? What is it that you love? And he told me he loved to cook. He loves to cook. He always have loved to cook. Really good at cooking. He was one of the first black chefs at Benihana's, at the one that he worked at. So he was all like, mommy, look, So he gets it. I'm like, well, just if that's what your passion is, do it. Do it. What are you passionate about? And that's why I always tell people, and I tell anybody, and I always tell my kids, and I always try to build up their self-confidence, their self-esteem, their self-worth, because they are somebody. And like I told them, there's nobody out there better than you, and you're not better than anybody. We all do things differently, and that's okay. We all may go to the same place if we get there by different routes, and that's okay. We might all we all have the same dream. Some of us might take a little bit longer than others, but that's okay. But what I don't want you to do is ever quit on you or quit on yourself, because then that's failure. We sometimes get that close and then we give up because we feel like we can't do it. We can't keep going. We can't. And that's when I look at some people that have degrees. They wanted to go to school and they go and they go and they go. One of my good friends, she's a doctor. She's just making it happen, and the job fell in her hands that she didn't even apply for. She just was like, she went for something else, and something else came, another opportunity came to her, and she's doing what she loved. And I'm like, that's awesome. So some gifts are given to you when you least expect it, and I just want everybody to know, there's nobody average around. We all have greatness. Some of us pursue it differently. Your passion is different. Your goals are different. We all may go about getting the same place different ways, and that's okay, but when I talk about average, I just think that I am, and when you say I am, it's just it's power in those words, because I am great. I am worthy. I am somebody. I am. I am. And I just look at it and I'm like, and I feel it, my heart feel it, my spirit feel it, and I just wanted to reach out because I know some of us struggle with certain things, and I think that, when you're on that positive journey, sometimes things can knock you kind of like off kilter somewhat, but you got to get back on because you're the only one that could do it. You are the only one that could do it for you. No one else could do it. No one can sit there and make you. It has to come from inside. I guess that's what I want to say. Your greatness and everything that you feel you have to believe it and you have to feel it and know that anything you can want, you can achieve, if you believe you could do it, and like I was just talking to a friend of mine, they just, I guess when you talk to people, some of them so uplifting, and the people that I have around me that just encourage me, that just want me to win, they just want me to win. They just like, you're awesome. I'm like, really? Of course I'm awesome, but they just want you to win, and that's how I am. I want people to win. I want you not to quit on yourself. Know that anything you want, you can do it. Anything is possible. As long as you believe that you could do it, you could do it. And I've been sitting here and I was writing down some things, and I had actually I left my book upstairs in my office because guess what? I still can't use the internet, so I had to come downstairs and just do a live video. But in saying that, if your journey is different than mine, and which a lot of our journeys are different. I just want you to know that training with a mentor, being around people that's uplifting, being more positive about life and in the space that you're in, it's all about the energy. I think that when I'm around people that's just doing things, that's making things happen, it makes you greater and it makes you a better person. And it's like, you just look at it like, dang, if they could do it, I could do it. If they could do it, I could do it. What's stopping me? What is your biggest fear? What is it that's holding you back? And then I had to take a look at the mirror at this one girl, this one woman that I see, and it's like, it's you. It's you. You're the only person that can hold you back from doing anything. Are you content with your life? And that's one of those self-adjustments that I have to take a self-look and look deep in within myself and say, are you content with your life? Are you happy where you at? Because if you're happy where you at, you're fine. Are you trying to move forward? Are you trying to do the things that you say that you want? And I know that when I get caught up in my day job, like I said, it's almost 7:00 and I'm just done with my day job. I know it's other things because I do have goals. And there's certain things that I do want to achieve. And I put it on a deadline, for me. So I'm going to see if I make my deadline. But I want everybody to know, we could say average. We could say average. Like, why do we settle for being average? Well, we don't think we're average. I know. No, I never thought I was average. I always thought I was just above average. I never strived to be average. I always strive to be great. So, but when I go and I read my personal development books, it's like, can I always do better? Of course we can always do better, Do you know that you deserve something more than what you have? Of course I deserve something more. I deserve the best of the best of the best. So what am I doing? What are you doing to achieve the things that you say that you want? What are you doing to step into your greatness? Who do you have around you that uplifts you to let you know that you are great? I mean, we all have that body of friends sometimes, and I didn't realize it until, I was telling my cousin that, some people, they energy just drain you. You talk to them and you'll be on a high horse, and by the time you get off the phone, you're like, dang, I'm tired. And I didn't realize that negative energy, that negative talk, that negative defeating personality, sometimes it comes within our own family, and I think it's a lot of that comes from within our own family, that just the draining part, and we do our part, and you're like, dang, I never realized that my family could be so draining sometimes. Although I love them, they could be the biggest drainers there is. And that's why it's good to get around people that just uplift you, just let you know that you are great, that you're not just average. Never strive to be mediocre, which is not, shouldn't be in your vocabulary. But if it is, hey, that's okay too, because some of us are happy where we're at. We're happy with being average. And that was just my word for today. It was just something that was on my mind. I just wanted to reach out. It's just, like I said, I wanted to do a live yesterday, and a friend of mine always used to do a Sunday live, and I wanted to hear that Sunday live because that word is so powerful. But it's Monday now, so that word wouldn't be as great today. So I'm going to do more next Sunday, because this Sunday, because I just love those, and I just wanted to, I had some wisdom to drop that I was going to do yesterday, and I didn't get a chance, but I think it's more of a Sunday video instead of a Monday video, and that's okay. But anyway, I just wanted to reach out, and Olivia, like I said, great job. To be on your team is wonderful, and to train with a mentor like mine is great. But I want you all to just, think about it, because we all have greatness inside of us, and no one strive to just be average. So anyway, I've got to go. I just wanted to reach out, and that's it. Bye.